in order to do modification, we need some of the properties. Modification, I get that element. Okay, I got that P element, means under that P element, hello SVTens I got. After that, what I have to do? Now I want to change that hello SVTens to some other statement. Okay, here what we see, here in this program, what we did with hello SVTens, we have passed this through ID, through tag name, through class name, and that is displayed in the browser, right? So we didn't do anything. As we got, how we got from the HTML, the same thing we displayed in the browser. We didn't do any modification. We didn't do anything to that HTML, right? Now what we try to do, we'll do some modification to this present HTML element, right? We'll try to convert. Okay, we'll try to modify this hello SVTens to some other statement. Okay, we're going to modify, right? How to do this modification? To do this modification, we need some of the properties like inner HTML, right? Okay, HTML should be capital inner HTML, or style. Style means what? For this particular element, the color, I just give the color, background color, or that font color should be red. I want to change that to green, to black, to red, to anything, right? I want to modify. In HTML, there will be some other style, but if once I send that HTML element to the JavaScript, it will do some modification, but at the browser end, it will not display in the red color as we given in the HTML. It will display in some other color what we have mentioned in the JavaScript. That is the modification. Please unmute Pranati. Pranati. Okay, fine. So yeah, what we are seeing here. Okay, modification, right? So we need this properties. We need to send this property for the to whom, to this JavaScript. Then it will modify. Okay, then it will change the in the HTML. Okay, how to do that? Right? How to do that? For that, we have to write the script. Right? We have to write the script. Okay, we'll see that one. Along with this, right, modification, we can change, we can modify that part. Okay, no issue. But thing is that we need knowledge on JavaScript event also. Okay, we need JavaScript event, right? So these modification, basically these JavaScript events and DOM, these two are very important in the JavaScript code. Okay, we'll see this, what is JavaScript event. We'll understand what is JavaScript event. Then I will give the code. Okay, I will show some practical codes. Okay, that includes the modification of this code and also the usage of the JavaScript events. Right. So what we do, we will see the what is JavaScript events along with this DOM. Okay, what the event? Event means what? Event means some task, right? Some task or some work. What is JavaScript event means what? Here in JavaScript, some event will occur. Okay, that event may occur by the user. It may occur to the user, like the pop-up message. We have used the alert message, right? Alert keyword. I hope you guys remember alert and prompt. These two are used. Prompt. The prompt is used to enter the input from the keyboard. The user can give his own input to the program, right? So that to do that, we're going to use the prompt keyword. Alert keyword, it will just pop up the message. One pop-up message will become, if you click, the user is click OK, then only that JavaScript code will be executed. Otherwise, it will not execute until you do OK or going to cancel. That browser will be in the loading state. You guys have observed that one while I'm showing that alert command, right? Alert keyword, right? So this is what means your JavaScript is expecting some event. Event means what? Once the user click on OK, when he press that OK button, then only that piece of code will execute. Then only that piece of code will be executed, right? That is what the event is. JavaScript event is. Event, it will be occur to the user, right? when the user will invoke, when the user will give an input, then only the particular code will get executed. Right? That we can do in two ways. One is inline JavaScript event. Second one is listener approach. Okay, you just consider listener approach. Okay, in these two ways we can do the event. We can invoke the event. Right. I hope you guys understood what is JavaScript event. JavaScript event means once you click, then only the piece of code will be executed. Means it is expecting some event to be executed. Right. So we can perform, we can do that one in the form of two ways. In two approach we can do that. One is inline JavaScript event. Second is listener approach. Okay. Inline means what? We can do that event. Okay. For example, div ID equals something like AB. Okay. I want to give now JavaScript event is. Event is what? On click. Okay, on click, what it will do? On click means what? It will create one button there. At on click equals something we can use here. On click event is like submit. Okay, close this. And here we'll write some message there. Okay, after submitting, that will display something like hello. Okay, this will close the div. And this is an best example for what? Inline JavaScript event. Means we are giving this event. On click is the event. Submit is the event handler. Okay, event handler. Once you click OK, okay, this will get executed. Okay, you will get one box, right? On that box, you will get the submit, and you get OK button. If you click on OK, then this hello will be displayed. Okay, your hello will be displayed to the user. This is what the inline JavaScript event is. Means we are going to give this event to the particular tag, to the particular event. I am giving here what? To this element div. Right? But this is not a promising approach. Promising approach means this is not used. Okay. Why? Because as I said, so this is a small code where we can easily find out where the error is and what type of error is. But in real-time example, in real-time scenario, if having 1000 lines, in 1000 line, where you use this part, right? Where you have used this inline JavaScript event. Okay, you have to check that. You have to find first. You have to find and you have to modify that one. Okay, how many errors you're going to find on this part, right? So it will be very difficult to identify each and every line in the HTML code where the error is occurred. That is the reason this will be not supportive. It is not recommended, right? So what we do, we go for listener approach, right? Listener approach. In listener approach, what we'll do, we're going to call the event. We're going to call the event by creating the function. Okay, we're going to call the event by creating the function by using JavaScript DOM. Here is used JavaScript DOM object. When it comes to inline JavaScript event, here we no need of any JavaScript. Okay, directly we can use the HTML also, right? That is what the inline JavaScript event is. But when it comes to listener approach, here we're going to create the events. We're going to create the events with the help of DOM object. Okay, by creating the function, with the help of the function, with the help of the DOM object, we're going to create the element. We're going to create the events. Okay, how to create the events? We're going to create that events with the help of some like on click is the one property what using this going to use widely used, right, in the JavaScript. On click, then mouse button. Okay, mouse up or mouse down. Right, so many are there. Okay, we will check with onClick. Right, we check with this onClick button. So what we did here. So here in the document till here we just get the element from the HTML, right? If you want to do modification, if you want to do any changes in the element, changes in the HTML, to do those modification, we're going to use some properties. We're going to use some DOM properties, inner HTML style and all. Okay, then to do this modification, we should know a JavaScript event also. What is the JavaScript event? Okay, what is JavaScript event means? Event is nothing but the JavaScript is requesting or waiting for an event, waiting for some input, some response from the user. Right? It is requesting for a task to do. Right? That event. So JavaScript event we can do in two ways. Either is inline JavaScript event and the listener approach. Inline, directly we can give that event to the where under this element, under this parameter, under this tag. When it comes to listener approach, here we're not directly going to give this for any particular element. Here we're going to create the function, right? By using this function, by using the DOM object, we're going to call this event. Okay, this is what recommended. This is what the recommended. Okay, then we'll see an example now. We'll see an example. I will remove all this part. Okay, close this. So first we start with okay, I'll show the tag name. Okay, we'll use the tag ID. I will try to display that. Right. So tag. When it comes to body, so what we do in the body, we'll create some HTML elements. Okay, we'll create some HTML elements. We'll create some HTML element. H1. SVIT college dash H1, then we'll use paragraph like hi SVTs. Okay, hi SVTs dash P. I'll just copy this same thing 3 to 4 times. Means here. Okay, right, SVTs. Now what we do, we will pass some onClick button. Means we will pass some this one JavaScript event. Okay, event will pass here. Okay, we need a button, right? We need some button. Button means what? You know, right? So you will get a pop-up message. To create that, we need a button, and we are using the onClick. OnClick, right? When you onClick, then that piece of code will execute. OnClick equals, I'm giving what? The function name. Okay, I'm creating a function. I'm using that function. So ABC function, this one, right? Then this next. What we want to display on the message, right? What we want to display on the message, right? Click it. Then I'm going to close this button. I'm going to close this button. Okay, then now we'll create the JavaScript, right? Then we call this function. Okay, we're going to call this function. This we're going to explain that. Okay, we're going to create a function in JavaScript. How to create the function in JavaScript? By using the function keyword followed with function name. We have used ABC, so I have taken ABC, then braces, right? Then open. So I'm creating one variable. So by saying variable, okay, I use doc. Okay, any variable you can use. I'm using like doc. Then we have to use what? We're going to call this JavaScript event with the help of DOM, right? So document dot get element. Okay. Element, we are using the tag here, so elements by tag name. Okay, so the tag is what we're using, the p. So we are trying to do this p. Okay, this will display when you click on this, when you click on that button. Okay, this hello ISP10 should be displayed. Okay, it should display there. Okay, we'll check now. File, save, go here. You can see, just a minute. Okay, click it. Sorry. Okay, fine. You're going to, there is no any action is happening here, right? There's no any action happening. Means any no modification is doing here, right? Nothing is there. So what we have given, that will be displayed. Okay, I said yes, it is displaying. SVT college, it is displaying here, right? Now what we will do? We'll do the modifications, right? Till now it just get the element. What DOM is doing now here in JavaScript, we are just passing these values to here, where to this part, right? So if you have missed that part, let's see. All right, now see, we are just get this element from the HTML and we are passed over in the browser. Just it. We didn't do anything, we don't do any modification, right? So here where document dot element, right? So here each and everything we are taken it as what, in the form of arrays. This is the first index, second index, third index, and fourth index. Now what I will do, I will do the modification now. Okay, I will do the modification. How I will do the modification? This is the variable, right? So whatever is there in the p, everything is stored in this variable doc, right? I will do the modification to the index 1, there is an index 0, and the index 4. Sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I will do some modification to the index 0 and in the index 4. Only 2 and 3 will be remain same. We're going to do the modification for index 0 and index 4. Right, we are doing the modification with help of DOM now. Right, so doc open 0 index dot, I need what here, I am using the property, right? I'm going to change the style. Okay, I'm going to change the style of that element, okay, of that element node, right? So I want to change style of this, of these two elements, 0 and 0th and third element. Okay, style, what I want to do, those color should be what, red, right? 0th I want to display, okay, this I want to display what, in red color, and I want to display this one in the something like a blue color. Okay, copy the same, Control V. I'm doing the modification here, right, for the third index. So I want this to like blue color. Okay, when this will happen, when the color will change of 0th index and third, that is third index value, when you click on this, click it, then it will change. Okay, then it will change. I will show you. Save. Okay, see here, initially all four message are in black color font, right? Now I'm giving the event. Okay, as I am a user, I'm sending the request, I'm giving the work for the JavaScript. What work? When I click on this 0th index and 4th index, this will be in red color, this will be displaying blue color, right? I'm going to click this. You can see this has changed to what? Red color, and it has changed to blue color. This is what we have written there here in this program, right? So what we tried here, we are not used what inline, we use the listener approach. Listener means here we're going to create a function. In this function, we are using the DOM object, right? To get element, you're going to get element that is tag, class, and ID. I will show you that part also, right? By getting those elements, right, I'm also passing the event here. Okay, this event and DOM is very important. That's the reason I explained both and giving this example here, right? So button on click ABC, I'm creating the function ABC. So whatever, when it is clicked, here, this is click it, I am given a message given there, right? When I click it, then what it will do? So when I click it, so this code will get execute. Only this code execute, and it will change, and it has done the modification to where? In the HTML code, right? Whatever the modification we are doing to the HTML code here with the help of what? DOM object, right? So what property I used? I use a property like style. I use the property like style here, right? This is an example for this one, right? So what we do, we'll try to use the ID now. Okay, means we'll use other property. We'll use the other property like inner HTML. Okay, we'll use inner HTML now. Okay, we'll try to use the inner HTML. So how it will do? Okay, so for inner HTML, we no need all these type of this one, right? For okay, we'll do change to ID. We don't want all this message. Okay, if we keep also, no problem. I will remove this part and I will use the ID here now. Okay, I'm going to change the ID. I'm going to change this modification. I will do the modification with the ID. So I will create the ID by the name A. Right. So we'll keep the same function. Okay, we'll keep the same function. So, but we don't need all these things, right? So what I will do, I will remove this. What we're trying to do here, we are trying to access this element. Okay, I will explain what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is, right, I am getting this element, means I am passing this element, this HiSVTians, this text node I am passing to JavaScript with the help of this ID. Okay, with the help of this ID, I am passing this HiSVTians to the JavaScript, and I am changing. Okay, I am changing this HiSVTians to some other statement. When I click on this button. Okay, I hope you guys got it right. So I am passing this HTML element. Okay, this HiSVTians I am passing to the JavaScript. But when I click on this one, okay, when I click on this button, this HiSVTians will not display. It will display some other statement. Okay, means we are changing the statement of the HTML by using the JavaScript now, right? So as you're doing with the ID, so document dot get elements, not get elements, get element by ID. Why not elements? Because ID is what? Unique in the entire HTML. So get element by ID. So I'm passing the ID here at A, right? Then I'm using the property. What property? Inner HTML. Inner HTML. What this inner HTML will do? So whatever the statement we are giving, right? We are giving under this A. Okay, whatever the statement we are giving under this ID A, it will change the entire text. It will change the entire text to what text? What we are giving under this HTML, under this keyword, under this property inner HTML. So what this inner HTML will do? It will look into this ID A, right? So it will be passed. Okay, HiSVTians. This entire statement will be passed. HiSVTians, good morning. This is a great day. Whatever you want, you give here, right? But it will take all the statement, all the values what we are given under this IDA, and it will convert to that statement what we are giving under this inner HTML property, right? So I will do like uh, good morning, good morning SVTs. Right. First, when we run this program, we will see this high SVTs. When we click on this button, it will change this SVTs to good morning SVTs. Okay, we'll try, we'll check now whether we'll get that output or not. Okay, go here, change this, right? So as I said, first we got this message, right? SVT college, that is in the header one, and ID high SVTs we got it. Now once we click here, this high SVTs will convert to what? Good morning SVTs. Okay, we'll try this one. We can see it has changed to good morning SVTs. This is how we can modify, we can change the style, we can change the entire node, entire text of the element, right, by using the JavaScript event or by using this DOM, by creating the function, right? This is how we can use. And earlier I said, right, we can use this for loop, we can use this for loop for changing, right? We can use the for loop for changing. So what we will do, I'll just show you the for loop also. For that we need what? Class, because for loop we need a same class name, right? Class I will use class A. Then I'll copy this whole message 2 to 3 times. Control V, Control V, Control V. Okay, and I will remove this class for second and fourth. Okay, what we do again, we'll create the same function, right? We're going to create the same function here where I'll use doc equals, okay, get elements. Now because we're using class, because the same class name we have used multiple times here, right? So class name, class name what we're given like A only, so we don't need this. We'll remove this part. Okay, and we'll try to use the for loop now. Okay, for loop, right? So for means it will take these values. Okay, it will display how many times, we'll see. Okay, for var, it takes the var, then I equals 0, we need to start with 0, then I is less than doc dot length. Okay, doc dot length I plus plus, I plus plus. So initially index is 0, it takes the index is 0, it will check doc dot length. Okay, it will go here, it will check the length here, means whether it is having a class A. Consider it is there, it will display, then it will increment, it will again come to here, it will check the A here, A is not there, so it will not it will just check the next one. Okay, it will increment the value whenever it finds the class A, it will increment the value. Whenever it finds the class A, this value it will get, then only it will increment the value. Okay, so when it got that value, okay, when it got this class A, when class A, that particular value it got, then it should do some modification to that particular element, to that class. Okay, when it got this class A, when it got this part, then it should some modification, it do some modification to the element which is having a class A. So what it will do, so doc, what modification you want to do, doc of I to that index, I means to that index, I want to change the color, style dot color, okay, should be red. Okay, whatever the element I find, okay, whatever the element I find with the class A, that finds with the class A, that particular element value should be displayed in what? In red color. Okay, I will save this. Okay, see, initially all 4 it has been displayed. Okay, irrespective of the class. When I use click it, when I invoke this part, then first and third, this first and third should display in red color, and rest of the statement, rest of the things should be in black color, right? So click it. Now you can see first index, the 0th index, and the second index, these two is changed to what, red, and we did the modification. Okay, by for loop also we can do this part. There, here we are going to use the length here, dot length, right? This is what I'm trying